As they told you, I'm going to share my story, which shows the strength that young people have, contrary to what some think about us. It shows that we can create program, read, implement implement activities, and provide services for our peers inclusively and significantly. My name is Paul Gentil UWASE, an SRHR advocate and consultant, and I'm one of the founding members of the single national network of young people living with HIV in Burundi. I led this organization for 9 years, since 2005 to 2014. So my leadership for this cause began when I realized my infected with HIV in 2000, while student in a secondary school in the AMP country. So during that time, I created a youth club with the mission of SRHR, with a focus on voluntary testing among young people. In 2004, when I come to finish my secondary school studies in Bujumbura, I met other young people affected with HIV who, like me, were anxious to bring their support to the fight against HIV in particular, and to improvement of the health of young people in general among young people living with HIV, as the stigma was high at that time. And then we create the national network of young people living with HIV in Burundi. Next, Raj. So my organization, the RNG, is one of the organization created and led by young people, and with an experience of over 15 years. The national network of young people living with HIV is more and more attentive to young people to provide solutions concerning their health in terms of assault and fighting against HIV and new sexual transmission infections. So several strategies have been implemented by my organization to meet the real needs of young people. A youth-friendly center offering services by and for young people with a particular attention to young care population has been created in Bujumbura, and some services offered are medical consultation, listening, advice, and guidance on sexual and reproductive health of young people and adolescents, voluntary HIV testing, dispensation of condoms, dispensing of antiretrovirals and other drugs against opportunistic infections and sexual infection. The specificity of the center is that the center run by young people who listen to and offer services to young people. Several other strategies are used by the RNG priests, like peer education, therapeutic weekends and summer camps, parent and child dialogue between parent and child, speaking group, home visits, organization of national forum for young people living with HIV, organization of stress relief session for adolescents and young people living with HIV, contest with prizes of the winner and team support, production of testimonies, podcasts, audio videos, sketches containing awareness raising messages on the value of remaining observant on antiretroviral and the fight against stigma and discrimination against adolescents and young people living with HIV. There's also publication on the media, social network like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of podcasts produced containing messages related to SRHR with emphasis on sexual transmitted infection and HIV, messages on the positive life of adolescents and young people living with HIV. Even if we all have this strategy, even though we all have these strategies out to young people, we are still limited by programs in Burundi that do not take into account the real need of young people, the culture, and the culture that is also the barrier to sharing knowledge in SRHR and fight against HIV. The lack of technical and financial means is a major handicap to serve and reach the young people properly. That constitutes more than 16% of the entire population of Burundi. So counting on your team and support, I'm looking forward to working with all of you to advance our shared goals, to advance the SRHR in Burundi and everywhere. Thank you, everyone. This is the end of my power talk. Thank you a lot for everyone.